Holy shit, that took forever for that to be explained. But Kinzatsu assures her that this is not going to be used for any weapons. It's just for, like, helping those who can't breathe that much. No, really, they even mentioned that in the news because they're saying that micro-oxygen could also be used to help people. Which is kind of weird given the fact that when we first saw the first Godzilla, it didn't even help the fish. I mean, for God's sakes, look how long this video has been. It's been like 40 minutes. I wonder what Kenji's up to.
Well, maybe Little One's already dead.
Well, that was an awkward turn of events. And we'll get to how I hate this character so much. Given the situation this is going on, they can't even use any firearms or any weapons they could use against Godzilla. And you're probably wondering, could they just use a mech or something? Well, unfortunately, ever since what happened with Mogira and Mechagodzilla, it put G-Force onto bankruptcy. Yeah, according behind the scenes, these guys are on bankrupt. They can't even afford any military that much anymore.
What? Oh, just rebuild it? Oh, that real original. And who's gonna give me a loan, jackhole? You? You get an ATM on that torso light bright?
What's the current military taxpayer percentage? Like 60%? Yeah, no. It should be like 5%. NASA gets fucking half a penny, but the dumbass president of the United States yet wants to build a space force. You can't even create super soldiers because you got this dumbass doing it. Who's gonna manage your space force, the hunchback of Notre fucking Dame?
So Miyu, who's that new psychic lady, decided to have an idea of use another chemical weapon. And our college boy here decided to use the unthinkable.
We must kill him the way we killed the first Godzilla.
You can't.
The Oxygen Destroyer.
You serious?
Okay, I really gotta complain on this because one, there's just one simply tiny simple question. You guys don't have a fucking oxygen destroyer to use! And don't get me started on the micro-oxygen, because it's already been stated that the guy doesn't even want to use it as a weapon. So, your genius idea to use an oxygen destroyer is half-assed at best because you don't even have the fucking blueprints to make one. Okay, so I probably should mention this earlier before that scene. We actually do get a scene where we have the doctor actually going to the tunnels where there was a meltdown reactor, where the site located is not far from where the first Godzilla was killed.
You took some samples of the soil from the tunnel, didn't you? It was the exact site where the first Godzilla was killed about 40 years ago, right?
You're very observant. You'll go far.
I've been talking with my aunt and...
And what? You still think I'm a mad scientist? That I want to make Armageddon happen?
Man, you're no real Asuka, believe me. Later we get a scene where he's checking out what's going on with Finding Dory, and, well, this shit happens.
Home of our new $5 Real Deal box. Dive into our wild-caught 100% Alaska...
Okay, enough with the reference. Okay, I'm sorry, but I had to do that. Okay, let's continue on the review.
First you come to see me to warn me not to make an oxygen destroyer. Now you want me to make one?
It's the only way Godzilla can be destroyed now. Every other means has failed.
Fuck you. Well, it's a shame another person's been killed, but you know what they say. Sometimes dead is better.
The doctor then asked the authorities to request that they take the tape back to his lab, which we will later learn what these things are. Apparently they're a form of prehistoric microscopic organisms that have been around since before the dinosaurs, and apparently what he's stated here, they were mutated from the oxygen destroyer's effects.
40 years ago, it was hit when the oxygen destroyer was first fired. And since then, it's been evolving abnormally.
Well, that's lovely. I wonder what Godzilla's up to.
Hong Kong, Taiwan, Okinawa. It's quite obvious he's heading this way.
Yes, but why is he heading this way, General?
Because he's fucking Godzilla, you stupid bitch!
Look at these reports of whales being killed.
You think it's the little one? But he isn't a killer. This doesn't make any sense to me.
Hold on, stop. What did you just say?
You think it's the little one? But he isn't a killer. This doesn't make any sense to me.
Okay, let's go back to this scene in Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 2.
It's a Godzillasaur.
What's a Godzillasaur?
It's the Godzilla family, but this species is not as aggressive.
Really? You sure?
Well, one thing's for certain. This is no Godzilla. What we have here is a plant-eating Godzillasaur.
Yeah, right. Plant eating my ass. And to return that question saying that these Godzillasaurs are friendly, let's go back to this scene in Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah. Gentle herbivore. I probably should have explained this earlier in the beginning, but the character of Mikitsuka is one of my favorites, but there is one problem with that. That being, she is hardly used in some of the plot of the film, except the first one with her in Biolante, but everything else, she's just been just a tool. Or, in this case, as Sub-Zero would say,
such wasted potential.
Yeah, that's basically what she is. She just wasted potential. I mean, hell, the girl from the Gamera trilogy is more of what she should have been in the Godzilla film. But that's just my opinion. Now, let's continue on the review now. So, after the scene with Miki and the college boy, we get a scene of nighttime in a nice shot of Tokyo, or I think this is Tokyo, but whatever. But we get a nice shot until this happens.
The hell was that? Did that just do a sonic boom? Why and how did it do that?
Side note, when there's ever a kaiju threat, just send in the local authorities. They'll take care of it.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do? When Sheriff John Brown come for you. Tell me what you wanna do, what you gonna do? Yeah. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you were 8 and you had bad treats, you go to school and learn the golden rule.
We will cover the basement.
Acting like a bloody fool. If you get hot, then you must get cool. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Cops is filmed on location with the men and women of law enforcement. All suspects are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law.
Also, is it just me, or why do these guys look awfully familiar? I guess the guy who produced this film must have been a Ridley Scott fan. And speaking of xenomorphs...
Surprise, motherfucker!
You know, this is the first time in a while when we get something like a horror scene. Seriously, this is more disturbing than the Godzilla vs. Biolante incident. And unlike Biolante, these things are literally literal oxygen destroyers. And did I mention about the whole death ray thing? Yeah, they shoot it out of their mouths. Okay, I know this scene may be a little offensive, but I really want to add it since it's pretty funny and accurate in the situation.
Our men are running from the battlefield! A shameful display!
Okay, so apparently Destroyah's weakness is rockets. And also, apparently they can't stand flamethrowers. Huh. For something that is literally supposed to be portrayed as the oxygen destroyer, these kaijus are weak as hell. Back outside, Yukari is still giving the information on what's going on inside the building. Unfortunately, one of the creatures managed to escape.
Sup, bitches? Can I join your newscast? Oh shit, ow, oh fuck, that actually hurt. Oh, hell no. That's in you motherfuckers, time to die.
So now now it's up. So now it's the only one left is Yukari, so she has to find somewhere to hide. Luckily, there was a cop car, which some reason the door was unlocked. Alright, I'll take that.
Okay, I think the ghost is clear. I better close the door before anything else happens.
You're a stupid dumbass.
Well, this is kind of awkward, but I'm sure that nothing disgusting is going to come out of this. What the actual fuck? Only in Japan! I mean, seriously, I was joking about the whole xenomorph thing. I never thought they actually would copy it.
I think Ridley Scott's gonna sue somebody.
What are you talking about? Let me touch your skin.
So yeah, before this thing is about to tongue hentai her to death, she gets saved by her love interest, I guess?
Nobody cocksblocks me. Now you better pay for that.
So yeah, the creature gets burned alive by the remaining Special Forces SWAT team, I guess. I mean, they're not sure if these guys are actually police officers, but literally, I don't know what to call them. But yeah, this thing is literally dead.
All I need now is a giant tub of melted butter.
Finally, we get Godzilla after all that buildup. Finally, I can finally talk about Godzilla for once. So Godzilla here is actually going after a nuclear reactor? Okay, seriously, what the hell, Godzilla? You already have enough radiation in your body. You're just basically eating yourself to death. Without any military powers to use against Godzilla, they have no choice but to use the ultimate secret, top secret weapon that they had in case of the situation. And note, it ain't a mech, it's in fact the Super X. Most specifically, the Super X3. Now, since the last two were basically a failed incompetence, this one's actually an improvement of the other twos. Unlike those two, this one here is equipped of cryotech weaponry, meaning that it frees anything in sight. Basically, this is the kind of airplane that Kuai Yang would want to use.
But who will pilot it?
It'll be one of our best pilots. Let's hope he can do it.
Okay, so I guess the pilot might be the guy from the Mega Godzilla, or the guy from Space Godzilla, or... Motherfucker. Yeah, that's right. Let's get the guy who barely even know where Godzilla's whereabouts in Godzilla vs. Biolante. I mean, clearly this guy is a truly true commander. The dude couldn't even pinpoint where Godzilla's location was going to be in that movie. I just don't want to... Oh, God. I just don't know what to say. You know what? Go watch Alex Hunter's video on Godzilla vs. Biolante. He gives a better description of this motherfucker. And for once, this Super X is actually getting the job done. Not only it's affected to Godzilla, but it's even able to freeze it in by far one of the best scenes in the movie, where Godzilla literally freezes in one of the best freeze animations ever.
All lasers armed, sir. Stand by.
Okay, now you guys are just being a dick.
The freezers will cool him down, and the cadmium will keep him cold.
Yeah, okay, whatever. Nobody really cares.
I got a feeling it might work.
Nobody cares!
The cadmium seems to be doing its work.
Nobody cares! You stupid cunt, shut your fucking mouth. Oh my god, shut up, 1,000,000 times shut up. I'm going to kill you. Shut up. Nobody cares.
So there'll be no explosion.
No, I think the worst is over.
Oh, shut the
So we're learning now that the Doctor has finally invented a way to take out not only Godzilla, but also these creatures. With the cryotech weaponry given by the Super X3, they decided to use a more effective way to deal with these monsters now. Something that would later be used in other Godzilla medias from the games and other expansion universe lore. And especially the Monster Planet series. Next scene, we got Miki introducing herself to Mew, and we get to learn why Miki's having trouble finding Godzilla Jr., as her power is fading and she's having trouble finding it, so that's why they have Mew here in the first place. In other words, she's being replaced. That's, kind of sad if you think about it. Oh yeah, and speaking of Godzilla Jr., look who shows up!
Who's your daddy?
Yep, that's right. Godzilla Jr. is no longer a little kid, he's a teenager. Not a full-grown Godzilla, he's only about, just 10 meters shorter to the original Godzilla. So, yeah, he's, just needs a little more radiation and he'll be full-grown. It's also we learned that both Godzilla and the little one are about to meet each other back where they first originated from, where Godzilla found him. Or in this case, he found Rodan, where Rodan was finding the egg, and you get the picture.
Excuse me, sir, I've got news from the USG Control Center.
And now the woman's here!
So, big twist as she pulls out a bombshell. In fact, even the college dweeb even pulls the same thing as well, as according to what they learned from Godzilla by some American experts, not only Godzilla's going to explode, but it's resulting into a meltdown that would literally go through the Earth's core and basically blow up the planet from it within.
We're all gonna die.
We're all going to die!
We're all gonna die! God, please, take everybody else but not me!
Yep, that's basically the plot, so these guys better hurry up or else in the next couple of hours, the world is fucked. Meanwhile, the military have decided to deal with the Cretaceous creatures with everything they got. With the new added cryo weapons, which, surprisingly, it took a couple of hours for them to manufacture a single cryo weapon.
Send in everyone.
Which one?
Everyone!
Before we continue on the review, I just gotta add this music in this scene.
Battle! Let us make haste! Kill the barbarian with the hammer! Enemy! In our midst! Clear the area! There will be secondary explosions! Raid! They have a raid! Don't let them overwhelm us! Just a little more! We cannot hold! Retreat! Run! Everyone run! We need more firepower! You've lost one! Another has fallen! All of you, use the holy light! On my mark!
I love Halo. Unfortunately, this is a sweet victory as, well, this happens.
Holy flares!
Whoa.
Any more bright ideas, Einstein?
That only that monster can stop the meltdown.
What did you say?
That only that monster can stop the meltdown.
What? Sorry, what?
That only that monster can stop the meltdown.
One more time?
That only that monster can stop the meltdown.
What?
That only that monster can stop the meltdown.
No fucking way.
I used those clips to give my initial reaction to this because by far, this guy has completely lost his fucking mind.
Maybe it's not so preposterous.
You're not sane! Neither of you are sane!
You're crazy. It's preposterous.
Out of all the two people in this situation, the general here is the only one that's sane.
Maybe he's got something there. This could be the answer.
None of you are sane!
And while we're at it, guess what bullshit he pulls out?
Yes, it is. I have studied Godzilla more than anybody presently alive.
Bitch, please!
This is by far the most bullshitting scene I have ever seen in this movie. And no, I first thought this was a dub error, but this is actually from the original script. Here's the Japanese version.
I think we really should at least give it a try, sir.
No, shut up!
Yeah, I don't want to deal with you as well, lady, because I gotta deal with this asshole here.
Do you have any better solutions right now?
Actually, there's one idea, and I'm surprised nobody has ever mentioned this since Godzilla 84. Why can't any of these motherfuckers use the bird call? It's been stated that Godzilla has similar brain schematics as a bird, and that's how Godzilla was able to get lured by the bird sound from the seagulls. I mean, for fuck's sake, they should get the guy who actually invented the damn device and have him, like, Lord Godzilla in a safer environment. Because honestly, man, you and your incompetent followers risk absolutely every single manpower you had of killing these fucking things. So please, Kenji, do you have a better strategy than the ideas you got now? Please, is there anyone who has a better idea?
You know, if we lure the little one to Destroyer, Godzilla will follow.
Okay, that's it. Fuck this movie. I'm sorry, but if this movie is not going to take itself seriously, then why should I care? This movie clearly doesn't give a shit because these characters aren't acting like real people.
With or without your help, I'm going to change his course. I hope you understand that.
That is by far the most disgusting thing I've ever heard.
Somebody say something that's sane before I lose it!
You can't use the little one as a decoy. Anyway, he's on his way.
Yes! Thank you! Everyone bow to the new leader of humanity! Congratulations! You're the most sane person among these people!
You know, I'm surprised I never add this, but I better at least do it for once.
I don't want to deal with this right now. Why do I always have to babysit you?
I sure don't see any babies that need to be sat on.
Oh my god! It's an expression, you drunken idiot.
A funky midget?
Drunken idiot.
Oh, murky fidget. Got it.
What the hell? I can't take this anymore, Ozpin. I have been in the presence of this idiot for 4 minutes, which is 4 minutes entirely too long.
I'm not a midget. I'm actually pretty tall.
Shut up, Crow. For the love of God. Please, shut up.
But Glenda, you know I don't believe in Rod.
Yeah, I don't believe in cod either. Too fishy.
And now they're multiplying. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Jeez, what's her problem? Is it that time of the month?
Well, I wouldn't know that for sure, but she's certainly got some kind of stick planted firmly in her ass.
Oh, is that where tampons go? Funny, I could have sworn that they went.
And moving on.
He's bringing Godzilla into the Tokyo area?
That's right.
This is crazy.
So after that rant that I had to go through, they're luring Junior into the city so they can fight Destroyah. And I will say, this scene here is actually kind of interesting, as it's actually a throwback of the original movie. What do I mean by this? Well, watch this shot here. Now, eventually, we actually get the fight. So, ring the bell, son. It's Mortal Kombat. So yeah, after Junior literally got knocked down like it was nothing, Destroyer noticed the helicopter actually go after it. Holy crap, can this guy just catch a break?
My God, he's on fire! No! The man's on fire! Baby! The human being is on fire! Look at the
So yeah, our first fight before we even get the main course. Junior tries his best to fight off the activated form Destroyah, but this thing is even proven to be a difficult time, and even throwing some dirty moves on the little one.
The world champion has been destroyed!
about damn time Godzilla finally waking up. Realizing that his son is in danger, he goes to the rescue. Unfortunately for him, this happens.
Destroyer is sucking energy from Junior. He's inserting micro-oxygen molecules into him. Junior isn't going to survive much longer.
That out of the way, Junior decided to get down with business and end this for good, which surprisingly actually defeats Destroyah.
Now that was quite a load to have to explode. What a lovely lass. I had to blow up your ass, but now I must hit the road.
So we get Godzilla who finally makes landfall, and I gotta laugh at this because while Godzilla's walking, it looks like the civilian population are just chill about it. I mean, just look at it. Seriously, look at this! I know this might be an error or something, but still, I could just see these people are chill as fuck, like, oh, Godzilla's here. No biggie, let's just drive to Walmart. So the two finally reunite after that whole tragic event at the island. And it's actually a quite memorable scene, and I'm actually quite happy that they get together once again. I just hope to God that none of the assholes in the military just don't disturb their peacetime. I mean, quite frankly, this might be Junior's last time he ever gets to see his dad.
I mean, it's not like things are about to get a whole lot worse, aren't they?
Well, we're fucked.
Destroyer has mutated.
Well, no shit, Sherlock.
Emergency call. It's the chopper. When Godzilla melts down, we may be able to minimize the damage, but we need to freeze him. Timing is critical. We have to freeze him just at the right moment.
So yeah, they prepared the Super X-3 and the other remaining forces that are still alive. I'm surprised. I just hope that they at least give Godzilla and Junior a little bit of a get-together before they have to, like, part ways. I mean, I'm sure this guy ain't a total dick.
Alright, let's go freeze that overgrown lizard.
Fuck you.
So yeah, since now Destroyer's all beefed up, I think the two of them can still handle it. I mean, yeah, Junior's not as big as Godzilla, but their combined power can still be a match to Destroyah and actually give him an edge. I mean, it's not like Destroyah is actually that old. So yeah, Destroyah actually grabs Junior and decided to give him a little bit of a payback in probably the most saddest scene ever. I'm surprised in this situation. I'm surprised these guys were not in that situation.
Great going. We're totally lost.
What are you talking about? You're the one with the map.
Yeah, but it was your idea for coming here in the first place.
Huh? What's that?
What? I don't know. It kinda looks like...
Holy crap, Destroyah still doesn't waste any time. He's literally out for blood. Not only that, he doesn't waste any time to deal with a helicopter like before.
Oh, my aching back.
So yeah, he actually doesn't make it because given the circumstances he's in, he actually dies, I guess, which is actually probably the most heartbreaking scene in this movie. So heartbreaking that Godzilla is even bursting into tears.
He's lost his family.
You know, you're a real dick, you know that?
So yeah, we get the final battle of the Heisei series, and I gotta say, it's one of the most ferocious and more savage fight ever, because Destroyah, out of all the Kaiju's Godzilla's fights, Destroyah is the most ruthless and sadistic monster he has ever battled. He's not even letting him give him a second chance, he's literally laughing at him and toying with him. This is like by far the most embarrassing thing Godzilla has ever got himself into.
Oh my God, don't do this! Don't do it! Don't do it!
Side note, is it just me or does this Godzilla track sound awfully familiar? Oh, by the way, you thought the Godzilla vs. Biollante was more gruesome and disgusting. This one makes that look like child's play. I mean, Godzilla's getting his whole body freaking slain like it's a butter knife, and Destroyah is still laughing at him. But this still pissed off Godzilla even more, as he's literally blasting the fuck out of him, which is causing Destroyah to puke out blood. Holy crap, this is by far the most bloodiest fight I have ever seen in the Heisei series. I mean, it's so bloody that not only Godzilla defeats Destroyah, he outright explodes.
What a monster. See, even the Destroyer can do nothing against Godzilla's power.
However, Destroyah is not beaten, as his body decided to multiply into his aggregate form as they start swarming the hell out of him. It's like a swarm of angry bees, and Godzilla's trying his best to counter-strike it. I mean, seeing some of these swarms getting their ass kicked is actually quite hilarious. I'm gonna add some audio to give it that pizzazz. Also, in a split seconds, it looks like Godzilla is actually firing his normal tonic breath, but no, actually, he's actually using his nuclear pulse just to, like, kill these damn things. Back with Miki, her and Miu get rescued by Yukari and the Doctor as they make their way out of here before Godzilla explodes. Again, this scene is really tear-jerking as Godzilla has to see his son looking like he's dropped dead. Realizing that he needs to do something quick Realizing Godzilla needs to do something quick, Godzilla offers his life force as a beacon of hope, meaning that when Godzilla does in fact die from the meltdown, his life energy will go inside of his son so he can carry on his legacy. If I want to make a comparison to this scene, I'm going to add this audio as a teaser of what to come.
I can't let you take the risk!
It's not up to you. Existence is meaningless to me unless I have you to share it with me. I want you to feel the joy of victory. My life is a small price to pay for victory. Take my body. I give you all my powers.
Why will you do this?
Because I have loved you since the dawn of time.
So yeah, Destroyah decided to interrupt their family reunion, and not only that, he's literally absorbing his energy as well, giving Destroyah more strength than before. But unfortunately, this also leads to a side effect, as not only this makes Godzilla more angrier, it also backfired the reactor to go even more critical than before. In a last-ditch effort, Godzilla finally goes full-out critical and finally unleashes his infamous heat ray, which is even more powerful than before. So powerful, in fact, it's even causing Destroyah to actually go backwards. And not only that, but it's even causing Destroyah to realize, oh, he done fucked up. Not only that, and I keep saying that a lot, he's retreating. Side note. Unfortunately for Destroyah, he doesn't escape quickly as he gets destroyed quickly by the military, easily, and falls to his death. Also, side note, originally there was an alternate scene that was actually cut because they didn't want it added in, where Godzilla still continued to beat the living dog shit onto Destroyah. But it was cut as, you know, they didn't want that ending. Honestly, I actually didn't mind that ending. I actually thought it fit well. So yeah, Godzilla's about to explode any moment now as he's about to reach meltdown. Realizing this is his last stand, he doesn't even attack the military as they let him, well, stop the meltdown. What follows is by far the most heartbreaking scene in all of Godzilla history. More heartbreaking than Junior actually getting killed. Realizing Godzilla is going to destroy the Earth, Godzilla let the military actually finish their job by taking him down so he doesn't explode. And similar to the death of the first Godzilla, Godzilla's body begins to decompose into bones and he's just nothing left but a speck of energy. Godzilla then gives out his last ever roar as he begins to rest in peace.
And now, the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. My friend, I'll say it clear, I'll state my case, of which I'm certain. I've lived a life that's full, I've traveled each and every highway, but more, much more than this, I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do and saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and more, much more than this, I did it my way. Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. But through it all, when there was doubt, I ate it up and spit it out. The record shows I took the blows and did it
Godzilla's dead. His last ever fight and he just dies. However, given the circumstances of the area is fully radioactive, all the radiation goes to his son and he becomes a full-blown Godzilla, hinting that there will always be a Godzilla. Also, a side note, originally in Godzilla Final Wars in the early script, they actually wanted to have Junior in that movie, but they cut that out because they didn't want to recycle previous films because it was getting dull. So there you have it. That was Godzilla vs. Destroyah, and it is still a fucking good Godzilla film. A perfect way to end the Heisei series and the Godzilla series as a whole, as originally this was supposed to be intended to be the last film of the entry, given the fact that they did give the rights to TriStar, which unfortunately we all know that turnout. And honestly, even after this film has still been like 25 years since it was first made, it's still a pop culture hit, and it's still one of the most highly regarded best Godzilla films ever. Even this current generation with Shin Godzilla, and in 2017 through 2018 of the anime Godzilla films, and finally, after 5 years of waiting since the 2014 film, we got Godzilla King of the Monster, which is out at theaters as we speak, and I actually had a blast of seeing that, and I'm actually looking forward for next year's Godzilla vs. Kong. So yeah, the future is looking good for Godzilla films. This film, 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up, 5 stars, whatever you call it. this is a really good Godzilla film you guys should check out. So that's basically it. I hope I can see you guys next time because I really need to take a break. Is that Godzilla? Holy shit, what is he doing here? Looks like Godzilla just saved our world! Once again. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys next time. This day can't just get any more worse. Oh, right.